This OSRS island is impossible to get to. No, this isn't some fancy editing. Here's the minimap showing I'm actually here. I've got 3 tiles of island, all to myself. More accurately, I should say that it's impossible for 75% of you to get here. And once I leave this island, it's impossible for me to ever get back here. After completing Desert Treasure 2, you have access to the Stranglewood. To the south of the Stranglewood is a mine, which happens to be a great place to power mine iron ore if you care about the moon keys at all, and there's a runite ore spawn here as well. This place is terrifying. Look at all of these guys. Not many bots can get here, so while you're enjoying the runite ore to yourself, you may very well notice this chest that's out of place. If you picklock this chest, you get sent to 1 out of 4 randomly selected locations. You can only do this once per account, and then you can never do it again. As you know, I got sent to a location we will now dub as Pen Island on Mount Carulum. The other locations are a plateau near Mount Chambers of Zarek, an island near Hasidius, or a block of ice northeast of the fishing hamlet. Because you can only access one of these areas once per account, you have to think wisely about when to use it. I mean, it's obviously during a clan hide-and-seek bingo event, or is this the start of the worst chunk-locked account ever? During Recipe for Disaster, you learn how to make breadcrumbs. Delicious. If you take these breadcrumbs to the Fossil Island Swamp, you will find a bell shroom plant to the south. You can feed the plant breadcrumbs to get access to a secret area here. In this area, you can find the archaeologist, Charles Charlington, and then you can search him. He's not dead, he's just crazy. You receive his diary, which records his descent into madness. RuneScape has a thing with deranged and crazy archaeologists, I guess. Many Ironmen are familiar with the basement of the Tower of Life. It's where we get our red spider eggs. But if you head north of the homunculus, you'll find an interesting area where the tiles light up where you step. If you leave the gate, your character exclaims, "That was weird." It's a fun gimmick, but there is a secret pattern you can do as well. If you head to the southwest corner and do the following pattern, you get this dialogue.
I like pen.
Sir. Well, I mean, if David Mitchell likes me, you guys might as well subscribe. Everyone loves a good drop party, and what better place than the Falador Party Room? If we embark on a grand adventure and head to the north of the party room, we get an option to go downstairs. This is where Jagex gets their freak on. All of the major updates in OSRS get a display down here. From familiar bosses like Bandos and the Corporeal Beast, the Ironman game mode that ruined Old School Runescape, and old school originals like the Alchemical Hydra and the Theater of Blood. Verzik looks so cool in this display right here. There's 2 floors of all this stuff. It's really worth checking out if you haven't been here before. Best update in the game right here. It's also one of the few places you can tell your clan members you got to Zuck. To the north of Profitness lies the village of Gwyneth. The art department really outdid themselves on this area that you really have no reason to visit. You'll notice the beauty of this town is starkly juxtaposed with the eerie mountain looming over it. We don't have much information about this mountain, but if we talk to Marwalaeth Donzio, she will tell us that the mountain is conscious, and whatever calamity happened left ghosts. At the summit of the mountain resides a black dragon and several attackable ghosts. If you wear your Ring of Visibility and the Ghost Speak amulet that you definitely didn't forget the first time, another ghost will appear that you can talk with. The ghost is a reference to Mod Ghost and all of the time he spent working on the library and the Song of the Elves quest. To the east of Gwyneth lies a cave with the infamous level 2 rabbit that drops the Crystal Grail. In the northeast of Shiloh Village, you can climb up this ladder and meet Caleb Paramaya. If you ask him if he has anything to sell, he will sell you a ticket that allows you to go upstairs. There is absolutely nothing to do up here. Congratulations, you just wasted 35 GP. This is a relic of the past. It's just a cool Easter egg now. In RuneScape Classic, you could rest and restore your fatigue in a bed, but that mechanic is gone now, so this area is useless. If you go upstairs to the house north of the Edgeville Bank, there's a portal you can enter. This portal takes you to the waiting room for the 2015 Clan Cup. This portal also takes you to an excellent hide-and-seek place. If 2 accounts enter this lobby, they can participate in the PVM Cup. The PVM Cup was added in 2015 for the Clan Cup event. Clans would fight a cycle of bosses and compete to see who killed the most. So when I say 2 people can start the game in this lobby, I don't mean casuals like you and I. People who were competing back then never lost access and still have access to this today. I don't think it's controversial for me to say, but I think they should just enable this for everyone with no rewards. At most, it would be fun for clans to do events with, and at worst, somebody might be able to practice Grardor without needing to get kill count. This probably doesn't excite many people, but I was looking for some cool sailing cinematics and learned you can get on the roof of the Port Sarim jail. I'm definitely coming up here when sailing launches for the views. I'm sure many people are familiar with Underneath Ferox's Enclave because Madame Sakaro is used to create the Voidwaker, and there's quick access to Soul Wars from here. But the area has been left notably unfinished, but we can see remnants of the old Fist of Guthics and Steel and Creation minigames. This, of course, doesn't mean that we're getting these minigames, but it's either a cool Easter egg reference to them, or Jagex leaving space to add portals for them in case they ever get added. This isn't an area, but it's a side quest that's very frustrating. If you use wolf bones on Veos, he will give you a side quest where you retrieve a dog's collar for him. This is frustrating, because if like me, you weren't aware of this side quest and did the A Kingdom Divided quest, Veos is no longer accessible, which means this side quest is impossible and you can never have a dog collar in your bank. Jars are rare drops from some bosses that are generally considered to be a troll drop. You can put them on a display in your house and look at them, but besides that, they have very little value. Most jars do have unique Easter eggs attached to them though. Like if I take the Jar of Souls from Cerberus and use it on the Soul Altar in Zaya, I can have a dance party with Sister Soul Jar. Talking to Guildmaster Apatura after 50 Hunter Rumors and after 100 Hunter Rumors gives you notes that explain the history of the Hunters Guild. If you talk to her after 150 Rumors, you get Apatura's key, which opens a chest that contains yet another note. This note presumably comes from the person that was the guildmaster before her, and talks about her responsibilities. And on page 2, it references sending people on ocean hunts, so we may be getting hunter rumors on the ocean with the addition of sailing at some point. I know crab hunting was mentioned in a sailing blog, but if they do ocean rumors, I hope it's more than just this. Diango is a well-known face for low levels. Besides the Chronicle for teleportation, he has many fun items and you can access old holiday items from him, but he also has a redeem code option. If you type in V1R354CQU1R173UND0, you will get the Mystic cards. These are a fun weapon that give you the left-click duel option with other players to throw cards at them. This is peak Fashionscape. Every single boss in the Tombs of Amascut drops an item if you did the most damage in the team. Each of these items has a small side quest attached to it, and if you complete all 4, you're rewarded with an ancient key. Complete another Tombs of Amascut raid with this key in your inventory, and then in the rewards room towards the right of the room there is a tablet with a keyhole in it. Beyond this is a locked room with a chest that contains the Mask of Rebirth, also known as the Uwu Mask. Crack the Clue 1, 2, and 3 are fairly well known, and I often see the armor used for Fashionscape. A lot of Winter Talk guides actually have you get pieces of the Crack the Clue 1 set for warm clothing. There was another similar event called the Christmas Corrupt Clue Fest that is still able to be completed, even though it's not Christmas. Talking to 4 NPCs with the correct items in your inventory will give you the full set of corrupted armor. This is a purple see-through set that I don't see around game very often, but it looks pretty unique. It only has the stats of iron armor, so its only real use is Fashionscape, but that is the best use of armor. The biggest mystery in Old School Runescape as of today, of course, is the purple token. As a community, we solved the red token, we solved the nasty tokens, but we've gotten nowhere on the purple token. And frustratingly, a JMod said he is surprised that we haven't found it yet. It feels like disappointing dad all over again. If you want more information about this item, I have an entire video on it, including a 1 billion GP bounty for whoever finds it. Let me know which Easter eggs or mysteries I may have missed, and if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe. I hope you all have a wonderful day.